I know.
Welcome to the club.
Zoom in.
No, I'm going to zoom in when I edit it. Hello, and welcome to a new YouTube video. I'm Marie.
And I'm Vivi.
We're both au pairs in San Diego and we're talking about our experience. Usually I'm doing it, but today I have Vivi next to me again, like I had it a couple of weeks ago.
I'm back.
Yay! Today we're talking about the matching process while becoming an au pair, because a lot of people, or a lot of au pairs, want to talk about that, so we're going to talk about that today. What is the matching phase? First of all, you have to send an application to the agency where you're going to, and you have to fill out a lot of things, you have to answer a lot of questions, and if everything is approved and your profile is online, then you can get requests, family requests from host families. Only they can send you requests. You cannot look up families and find families. You can do it on Facebook groups and that stuff, but
it's not official.
So the first thing is the profile of the host family. So you're getting a request from the host family, and then you can read their profile, you can look it up, you can read the whole thing. Because everything that you did, fill out your application to the agency, they did the same with their profile, so you can look up everything.
Keep in mind that most of applications are not up to date, like activities with the kids, the fact that you have or not have a car, things might have changed. Always ask the host family. I did that mistakes a couple times. If you read the application, maybe they're talking about, I don't know, a kid that is in kindergarten, and now it's
no, it's
in
already
third grade or something like that.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
The interest of the kid changed.
And then you have either to accept the request or decline it. And the agencies, and I would say the same, you accept. Yeah, you should always accept
the request. You should always accept the request.
That's what I wanted to say, thank you. Even though you read the whole profile, you barely know them, so it's good to talk to them, because then if you accept them, they're getting an email, or you can send them an email. Hey, I read your profile, I would like to be in contact with you. Yeah, let's talk. Then you're staying in contact with them, maybe if they answer. I had it once, I think, that they were not answering at all. And because you can only have 3 requests in your profile
at a time.
At one time, the family who was not responding to me, I declined them after a couple of days, so I have 1 space left for a new family.
And many host families just tell you hey, do you mind if we disconnect from the profile, even though we are gonna keep talking and see if we like each other, so you can have more connections, and you can do the same.
Only 3 connections is way too less. Let's just talk about tips and what becoming au pairs have to know or should know when they are in the matching process. Everything is kind of new, and they don't know which questions they should ask. We're giving some tips. It depends on each family, each au pair. What do you want to know, and whatever. So this is
what
just
matters to you.
Yeah, what matters to you. So this is just a totally easy guideline. That's one of the first things I would give a tip to all becoming au pairs. A lot of au pairs, they want to find a family as soon as possible, because everything is super exciting, and they just want to find their perfect host family and whatever.
And they're also worried that they're not gonna find a family.
They're just connecting with the next best family, which is not good. It takes a while. You should if you know you're becoming an au pair, then start early. Filling out your application takes a lot of time already. Yeah. And finding a really good host family also takes a lot of time. There are some au pairs, or maybe a lot of au pairs, who match with a host family after a couple of weeks, but that doesn't happen that often. You should take your time for that.
Usually it takes a few months.
Yeah, the most important thing is to focus on yourself and not on everybody else, what everybody else is saying.
Think about what you need, who you are, right? What you need and what you want from this experience.
That doesn't mean you want to be in LA, so just focus on families that are in LA. I wouldn't recommend that to you. The location where you're going to is kind of important. I don't want to say that, but it's not the main thing you should focus on. I know some au pairs, they're in the middle of nowhere, and they have a lot of fun, and they love
and they're happy.
They love the countryside and whatever. And I don't know about you, but I was whatever. I go wherever I want to go, because my most important thing was to find an awesome host family where I feel really comfortable, because I've never stayed that far away from my home, and for me that was important. I was like, I will find friends somehow.
Yeah, for me, it was like I need to find a family that I like, but it was important also that I was not in the middle of nowhere.
No.
So like at least close enough to somewhere. I think I got a request from like Idaho, and it was like, not really. I don't remember. Iowa, Idaho, I don't know.
In the middle of the nowhere. Another thing which means like focus on yourself is know what kind of kids do you want to have, like which age and that stuff, because some agencies are like, I feel like pressuring you to, as soon as you're infant qualified means that you can take care of kids under 2 years, which means you need some hours that you have to show the agency that you took care of kids under 2 years.
Yes, don't give the same priority, I think.
Yeah, you get less requests from older kids if you're infant qualified. Even though you're infant qualified, that doesn't mean you have to take a family that has young kids. If you want to hang out with or like work with kids that are older, then go with that, and do not like let the agency talk to you like into that. Focus on what you want. It doesn't matter what it means, like the age of the kids, the type of family you want, whatever. Just focus on that, because it's your year. You are going, nobody else is going. You're just doing this year for yourself. You're not doing it for anybody else, so why should you listen to anybody else?
Yes, you're the priority, and you always have to remember that also when you're here.
Yeah, if you have complications here and you talk to your host family and nothing really changed or something, then you should think about a rematch, because this year is for you.
Yes, it's yours, not the host family's. They can get another au pair, and they're gonna get probably like many others after you, but for you it's gonna be your only experience. But it's also, don't get scared. I had 2 rematches. I would do it over and over again, and her host family picked me up.
We're host sisters now.
Last video was like we were talking about it, maybe. Now we are officially co-workers and host sisters.
Yeah. So you should ask whatever you want to, maybe not everything in the first interview that you have, because you should get to know each other. Maybe you know after the first interview that this is not the right host family for you, because it really depends on the feeling. Like Vivi said before, do not go with all the bonus that you get, like just because you're getting a car, you don't have a curfew or whatever, you're just going to that family. That's wrong. You also need to have the really good feeling for the host family. Curfew is, do you have a specific time when you have to be back home at night?
The first call should be focused mostly on family time and the kids. And then maybe for the second call, you can ask all the extras.
Yeah, it's just not like that lovely to just go up front like, do you have a curfew? Do I have a car? Do I need to pay for the gas? You definitely have to talk about the kids and how they educate the kids and raise the kids, because like how they raise the kids and how you raise the kids should be, it doesn't have to be the same, but it should be similar. And this is like something you can talk about first, like how's the family, do you spend like a lot of family time together?
Do you expect us to spend time with you?
Some families just want to have like a worker in their family as their au pair and not like another family member. Talk about that, like what kind of role are you playing? You can talk about the activities the kids have, to figure out if you're just like more the driver in that family for the kids, or are you actually doing something with the kids. It also depends on what you want, of course, because if you're fine being just the driver, driving the kids from one activity to next activity to school, whatever, you should also talk about of course the schedule that you have, like how many hours do you have to work. Is the schedule changing every week, or is it like the same schedule all the time?
Do you have to work the weekends? If you do, for how many hours?
You should maybe also ask about like summer camps or something like that, because the school is ending now around this time of the year. Most of the kids are going to like a summer camp, so they're out, but I'm pretty sure there are like some families who are not putting their kids into summer camp.
Most families actually.
Really?
Many families that have an au pair, they're like, I'm paying an au pair, why should I pay for the camp too?
It makes sense, but you have the kid the whole day then. You should watch my other video, 5 things I wish I would have known before becoming an au pair, because I'm talking about like having a kid the whole day is different than you like have your babysit experience before you become an au pair. Check it out. And next to the schedule, you could also ask how they celebrate all the holidays, and are they expecting you to celebrate with them, or are you like by yourself, or
are you welcome
to
do them, to celebrate them with them.
Yeah, things like that. Also with vacation, do they want you to come with them on vacation, or is it like your off time? Are you getting maybe more vacation than you usually would get as an au pair, which is like 10 days or something?
You have 2 weeks of vacation during your au pair year, and you should ask them if you're gonna be able to take those weeks of vacation whenever you want, or if they are gonna choose vacation weeks. Usually, like, it happens many times that maybe they are on vacation 2 weeks and those are gonna be your 2 weeks of vacation, but in that case you won't have the flexibility.
You should also talk about like the chores that you have in the house. Like, what is the family expecting you to do? Do you have to do the laundry, or do you have to do the dishwasher? Like, what do you have to clean up? Some families have still rules for COVID. They don't want to let you go out.
And then you should ask about the car. If they're gonna give you a car, are they gonna pay for the gas? Are you responsible for the gas? Do you have the car just during the week, also during the weekend, for your time off or not?
If it's like an electronic car, you should ask maybe for the reach that a car has. And where are you allowed to drive with the car?
Oh yes, the rules about the car. Can you take it for a road trip? Can you just stay in the city? How far can you take it?
And are you allowed to take friends within the car? If you're not getting a car, you should ask what are the choices you have to get around. Because America and public transportation, if you come from Germany. You could also talk about special diets if the family, host family, is following a special diet, or maybe you're following a special diet. Some families are like vegan or vegetarian, and you would like to eat like meat from time to time. Are you allowed to prepare your meat every now and then? Are they feeling comfortable with that or not? Just ask that. You can ask that because you're following your own diet and they're following their diet.
And also you should ask which one are the biggest challenges with the kids. You should ask also if they had previous au pairs.
Oh yeah, that's a good thing.
Ask them for their numbers, phone numbers, and ask them if they had any rematch and which one were the reasons of the rematches.
Ask the au pairs what they especially liked in their family, if there was something going on that you should better know, or like nobody is perfect, you're not perfect too, so sometimes it can happen that something's happening, but it shouldn't be that bad.
You should also ask about house rules. Are you gonna be allowed to have friends over for a movie night in your room? Are they comfortable if a friend of yours is gonna sleep over?
You have to feel like comfortable with talking to your host family. Yeah, I think those are like we didn't have more. Don't be so nervous. I know everything is super exciting,
but also don't like rush in the decision of the host family.
If you're not getting a lot of requests, it's totally normal. Like, I didn't get a lot of requests either, because there are some au pairs who are getting a lot of requests because they have like a lot of experience. They had a real job with doing something with kids. I didn't. I just like babysat or whatever. But that doesn't mean that you're less qualified or something. I know that some families are just looking for au pairs who had work experience with kids. And if you're not getting a lot of requests, then don't worry about that. Just take your time. The right family will come. Even though you're getting less requests than other au pairs. Don't compare.
Don't compare yourself to
others. A lot of au pairs
others
are like, how many requests did you get? Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because is my answer helping you somehow? No. You just worrying about it more. Some au pairs are also just like asking, how did you know that this is the right family? It's just a feeling. If you get to know new people or like new friends or whatever, you always have a feeling like, can I be friends with them? Are we like on the same page, or are we too different? That's it. I hope we could help a little bit, because it's like a super cool adventure. Thank you for watching. Please, if you do not have done that yet, then please subscribe, like, hit the bell. And if you want to leave a comment, I would be happy about that, because I'm happy about feedback. If you have like video ideas, then just comment that. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.